her heroic act led to the very first bladder transplant. We're going to highlight a local organ and tissue donor who opened the door for other life-saving procedures.
April is National Donate Life Month, and this morning we are honoring Amanda Cordier's generosity. The 37-year-old wife and mother from Upland saved 5 lives and healed dozens more through her organ and tissue donations. Her heroic act led to the very first bladder transplant and paved the way for many future procedures. Well, Ryan Cordier is Amanda's husband, and Prasad Garamella is the CEO of the OneLegacy organization. They are here this morning to discuss how one yes can create everlasting change. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
This is such an important message we want to tell. We want to start with you, Ryan. First of all, thank you so much for having the strength and courage to be here to share Amanda's story.
I think it's an amazing opportunity. Thank you for having me.
And I know that today would have been your 10-year anniversary.
Correct, yes.
Yeah. Well, this is one way to honor her legacy.
Yeah.
Ryan, tell us about Amanda and her choice to be an organ donor.
You know, I've always been an organ donor. It's something I've always believed in, you know. Once you're gone, you don't need your body anymore, you know. Other people do, and I think it's an amazing thing that you can do for other people. And when we were growing up and getting engaged and getting to know each other, you know, I always expressed, you know, that message.
Yeah.
And I think it's really important. And when we were getting married, after she was changing her name on her license, that's when she decided to make that decision to check yes. And I think that's an amazing thing she did, you know. Not something you really think about, and it's not something you need to think about on a daily basis, you know. It's just something that you can do to be a hero for other people.
Absolutely. So, you know, you knew this is something that she wanted to do from the very beginning.
Yeah, there was never a question. Once she passed, you know, and OneLegacy came to us, they were an amazing organization, and they've been with us through the whole process, me and my son.
Yeah.
And so it's been tough, you know, but just knowing and what she's been able to do, even not being with us anymore. And she's always with us, you know.
Absolutely, she is.
Yeah,
you know, she lives within you. And your son, how old is your son?
He's 8 years old, actually, yeah.
He's right there.
Yeah, sorry. He came along for the visit
Yeah.
today. What an amazing experience. So I definitely need to include him.
Absolutely. And
Like,
he is
she's
beautiful.
the best thing, other than her donation, she's the best thing.
Yeah.
I think he's going to change the world. So.
Yeah, he definitely is, like his mama.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Prasad, as we said, Amanda's donation led to the very first bladder transplant. OneLegacy played a huge role in making this all happen. Tell us about that.
Yes, just as Ryan explained about his journey and Amanda's journey, it just really ties into the innovations of what we do in advancement in technology. That is the greatest gift. It's the gift of life. And how more befitting than bringing innovative technology to be able to do this. So OneLegacy created this foundation in 2011 that allowed us to be able to fund research in Southern California and transplantation. Through that research funding over the last 4 years, we've developed the technology with our transplant programs to bring forth a bladder transplant, the very first in the world. And Amanda's gift is the beginning of that journey. And we're very excited that we're continuing to be able to do more because of her gift.
Absolutely. What would you say to people out there who are maybe thinking about becoming a donor?
I would say Ryan's is the best example, as when Ryan explained how Amanda came to that decision to be a donor. She wasn't originally. And to Ryan, it was a no-brainer. And then through that conversation, when she went to the DMV and she made that decision, she took that burden off of Ryan's hands. And she became that donor and saved 4 lives and the very first bladder transplant in the world. So I would say there's over 9,000 people on the wait list here in Southern California. And we have about 18 million registrants on the Donate Life California registry. And we really just need people to start supporting our community and increase and do what Amanda did and what Ryan did.
Well, Prasad, thank you for what you do. And Ryan, can we bring your son out just for a quick minute before we say goodbye? Come on, buddy. What's his name?
Oliver.
Oliver, why don't you sit here with Dad?
Come here,
Oliver, I know he is so proud of his mama. We want to put him on television. What a sacrifice that you and Oliver have made. Thank you both so much.
You know, we're continually blessed, and you know, I think the more that you say yes to other people, you know, and throughout your everyday lives, and even in your passing, it just, you can make such a difference for other people, and people need help, so whatever you can do,
Well, thank you for your
Yeah,
sacrifice.
thank you.
Thank you, buddy.
All right. For more information on organ donation and the OneLegacy organization, please go to our website, cbsla.com, and click on CNN TV.